Silver Squad, what is going on? So I was talking last night with a member of the Silver Crew, and they were saying that their mom had just passed away. I know there's not a whole lot to be said that will really help, but what I was hoping we could do as a community is if we could get some things together, maybe like scrap. I don't have a ton of it, but I do have some stuff that I want to get to them. If you'd like to help them out, my hopes is that if we can give him some fun stuff, maybe just to kind of preoccupy his mind in this tough time. So I can't imagine what it would like to be, or what it would like to, to lose my mom. I can't imagine he's having a good time right now. So if you're interested in that, in reaching out and helping a fellow refiner, I've got a link in the description for my email, and we can work something out. But we'll have everything shipped to my house, so I can ship it to him. We'll do it in one package. If you'd like your name on there or your YouTube name, something along those lines, we'll put together something. But that would be awesome. So let's get to the video, all right? Thank you.
Hey, what is going on, guys? So we got a busy bench top here. Let's see, we're gonna have to do a little sharing today. I got the sulfuric cell still running. I should have that out here Monday. It's Sunday today. So tomorrow, not a crazy video. Well, you'll see it anyways before I do all this. I don't have to explain it here. All right, so I've got a couple of goodies here. Let's see, I don't have a whole bunch of them, but I've got these bad boys. So I imagine that's gold plated, and these are plastic. So I've did some prep work on them. They used to have, let's see here, a wire that ran from here to here. So I peeled that off, and they also had a bunch of foam on them too. So I got some pictures. I'll make sure I put them in here so that you can see what they kind of look like before and after. What I did to get them this clean is I just soaked them in isopropyl alcohol. I think it was 92% for overnight, and then picked all of the foam off, and then just sat it in there again just to make sure that I got all like the adhesive off of there. So these should be good to go and ready for some aqua regia. But before I test, before I go right into aqua regia, I've got a couple of these here, let's see, that still have some, I don't know if you can see this here. You can see that silver, so I think that's tin. I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. So I'm just going to go ahead and dunk these in some hydrochloric, see if we get a reaction. If it's aluminum, I don't want it in there in the aqua regia. So you can see here that copper color. So on the inside of it, it's copper wire. So it was like copper shielding, and then it was plastic wire, which I believe is some sort of, like this was some sort of an antenna. And so I can tell that there's copper there, which I'm not too worried about in the aqua regia. Turn a little green, no big deal. But it's that silver right here. It's that silver that I'm worried about. So I couldn't get it all off. All right, well, so I got my beaker here. We're gonna go ahead and fill this up with some hydrochloric, and we're not going to go crazy with the hydrochloric. I'm not going to fill it up all the way, because I imagine the gold on here is it's probably just gold flashing. So to test it, to see if it's gold, what we're going to do is, after I get it all dissolved and all in here, we'll just hit it up with some stannous chloride, because I imagine the drop is going to be very small. All right. So, oh, and it also had backs. So like these pieces here, they had a back to them. So I peeled the back off just so I can make sure that I got all of the, all the alcohol out of there. And and just in case there's more adhesive. So these ones I know are good. They didn't have any adhesive on them, and they don't have any of that wire located on them. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's get you a close-up here. 1 second. Now we can see if we've got reaction here. Yeah, looked like it darkened up right away. So it went from that nice shiny black or silver to now it's dark. So I imagine this is tin. I'm going to go ahead and set these bad boys in there. Alright, well, the hydrochloric is actually starting to eat the base metal underneath. So I'm not sure if I'm going to want to do that. I think we're just going to go ahead and stick this right into Aqua Regia. Might be a bad idea, but I imagine this is just going to turn into mud. And I think that's going to be pretty hard to deal with. Just have to dip that in there as we go. Alright, so let's break out some nitric. Smacking this place around. Just a little bit here. Alright. Set that up on the heat. Let's get this out of the way. It's gonna get crazy up here if we don't put stuff back. Alright. And set that up to 3. See what happens. Alright, back to this crowded workbench here. So we're slowly making some progress. So it's crazy. I got a tiny little bit of gold here I need to take care of. Very little bit. I need to clean it up. I need to wait till I get a little bit more though. Otherwise it's kind of it's not worth all that effort. So anyways, hopefully we get a little bit more here to add to that. I still don't think it's going to be enough to justify the cleaning process. But it all adds up and we'll get there eventually, right? So let's check this out. I've got the filter set up already. We should be good to go there. Don't need this any longer. And let's well, hold on. So we know that this stannous is no longer acceptable, right? It's pretty weak. I imagine that's going to be so dilute that this is going to have a hard time picking it up. So let's make some new stuff, huh? Mississippi Prepper sent me all of the goods. I just picked up some Dopplers here, or droppers here. So they came in 4. I got 4 of them. Well, I think I'm going to keep 2. So I'm going to give the other 2 away. If you're in the States, it'll be free shipping. If you're out of the States, we may have to work something out with shipping. But yeah, just let me know in the comments if you want it, and I'll just go through the comments and we'll do some kind of drawing that route. So, first off, let's get that in a safe place. Get our little bit. Look at that thing, it's so little. Yeah, let's get you a little closer. Hey, there we go. Alright. 1 second. Put a little bit of some tin in there. And I'm going to put quite a bit so that it kind of, I heard that if you keep some tin in there, it kind of keeps it rejuvenated for a while. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, would you? A little bit of HCl. That didn't look good. That looked like that ate that up. We're not going to put that in there. All right, hold on. We gotta come up with plan B here. There we go. We'll just do this. I'm going to fill that all the way up just so that's not a pain in the rear. And go ahead and dump it in there. Perfect. I'm not going to put the cap on that because I don't want anything popping, so we'll just keep that right there for now. And we'll start filtering this bad boy out. I've let this solution cool for a little bit. I don't want anything splashing on me, so we'll do it like this. Oh yeah, these are all nice and clean, all black. I don't see any gold left on there. Perfect. We'll just spray these down because I'm sure there's going to be a tiny little bit of solution stuck to it. All right. Well, let's let this stannous kind of finish doing what it's doing. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got some bubbles going on, so it's dissolving. We'll wait till that's done, and then we'll give it a shot. Give it a test. But it seemed to be eating this up really quickly. It's supposed to be a chemical design, but I think I'm going to call BS on that one. Because it instantly had some white bubbles on it. So hopefully that doesn't throw our stannous off. All right, so I heated this up just a little bit. It's still cool to the touch. Even the bottom is just very light, just to keep that reaction going. So let's check this out here quick. If we get a better view, we don't need this. Get that water out of the way. There we go. I'm not going to put the top on that yet, just in case there's still reaction. Get some gloves on these bad boy. Alright. There we go. Except I got my hand on backwards. Or upside down. There we go. Wham. And of course it's a little green. We kind of knew about that going in with all the copper. Well, with the little bit of copper that was in there. And then I'm sure that's not 24 karat plating, so just my guess. Man. All right, it is in there. We don't need this anymore. Look at that. Workbench is starting to look a little better. Alright, and now, you guys know what time it is. It is time for the scientific straw. You know, I timed that out terribly. I should have had that ready and then, like, whipped it out. And then had it, like, you know. I think that would have been just a little better. A little better action. So, let's let's try that again, huh? You guys know what time it is? Time for the... Hold on. It's not working. The scientific straw! There we go. Alright. Let's do a little dip here. And grab a little bit of stannous. And not seeing a whole lot of change there. How about you? Not a lot at all. Well, let's see. Alright, let's try this again. Scientific straw with the test solution, just to verify that my new stannous, I actually I made it right. So, in we go here. Little drop. And just like that, we've got color change. So the stannous does work. What I am concerned about is that this is so diluted with hydrochloric, just so that I could fill everything in there, that the gold is gonna, if there's any in there, which I believe there is, it's most likely just flashing, so there's probably not a whole lot in there to begin with. But I also did stir my stannous up a little bit before I tested that. So let's test it one more time with the stirred up solution, just to see. And oh yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of gold there. You can see that color change very slightly there at the bottom. So yeah, I just needed to stir that up, I guess. Perfect. Well, and it's like I said, it is not a very, you can see that right at the tip, it's hardly changed color. So like I said, there's not a whole lot in there, but I wanted to try to get that off. So I'm not even going to do the drop on camera. It's not going to be worth anything good looking anyways, especially with how dark the solution is. So what I'll do is I'll just add that to this, and we'll just keep building this up with the all the little projects I got anyway. All right, so we found some gold. Not a whole lot, like I was saying. I imagine it's just a little bit of flashing, but it's something to keep your eyes open for. If you see them, they might be worth doing. Not necessarily by themselves, but you know, I would even imagine they'd be good in like an AP solution. Like if you got a whole bunch of stuff in the AP, you know, maybe gold legs or something along that line, where you're going to create a mud, like a you know, a gold mud that we'd be going for. That's probably the best way to go for those, just because there's very little amount, and it's probably not worth the nitric to dissolve the base metals and the gold, where we can just, you know, use AP, separate all of it. It'll turn into a slurry of mud. But like I said, if we've got a bunch of it, you know, like even boards, you know, that got that gold flashing on there, if you're just throwing those in AP, I think that would be a great candidate for that. But we can't skip out on the gold, right? If we find some gold, we find some gold, we got to go get it, right? So, hey, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.